Hello guys! Guess what day it is? It's Thursday, and today we're gonna have a look at building a major road network. Network going from point A to point B. And then afterwards we will be having a look at the objectives that we need to complete for this mission. As you can see, I already filled up this truck with well, we did that earlier. It's actually the truck over there underneath the red roof there. You can see that's filled with steel that we can convert into either beams or pipes. To begin with, I think I'm gonna go with beams. That's what we need for one of the objectives. But let's start off by building a road, so I'll see you guys when that's done. So at the moment we are at this place, Costil. Yeah, let's go with Costil. Costil, yeah. We are right here at the gas station. So I do think that I found a solution what we can do with these stumps here. So apparently we are able to, if we take the stump mulcher here, this one should be able to handle them. So let's give that a try, shall we? So this one is fairly slow, but that just means that it'll take a little while for us to get there. It's way too slow. Maybe this is a good opportunity for us to look into getting this one, light equipment transporter. Oh, we need like 220 credits in order to buy this. All right, let's postpone the mulching. I keep saying that. And let's just take the scout vehicle, and we need to go to... Oh, we shouldn't recover. We actually just need to go to the... I think it's the steel pipes facility. So... Also, as you might have noticed in the bottom middle of the screen, we are at patch 3.0, and they did do some performance fixes, which I'm quite happy about. But unfortunately, I'm still experiencing some, not in the same degree as I did before, but they're still there. So, but overall, they introduced 2 new vehicles. And one of them I actually think we should probably focus on maybe trying to get. It's kind of a replacement for the mule that we have. I'm quite interested to see if it's a bit more steady and not as not having the same tendency to fall over as the mule does. I'll show you guys the new vehicles once we're done with this. Okay.
Oh, for Pete's sake. This place is a complete and utter dump. I don't think you can do much until you clean this joint up. Might be an idea to get the larger hunks of trash, like that scrap metal, out of the way. At least there are some cranes that can help with that.
So I was kind of hoping... Alright. So, just to show you the objectives that we have. We need to clear the working area here. And we need to bring steel beams to the Highland base. We already can do the steel beams, and the vehicle right now is full, so I think it will be a waste to just take the metal and put it to the side. I much rather want to put them in a vehicle of some sort. And also, this road is gonna save us so much time going back and forth from the steel base. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is take this rusty cargo truck. Maybe I might even be able to... I've been eyeing this belt. It's right in front on top of the container. I've kind of been eyeing that for a little while, so we might be able to get this one, get it into the cargo truck. Oh, I need to turn on the engine first. So I've been playing around with getting the controls to work on my joystick. So I've been practicing a little bit using it. It still takes some practice to do. It was a lot of key binding to get it to work properly. But I will be using it now. And it's fit like a glove. Alright, let's get this one parked. I might be able to fill it up with more steel before I take this one for a ride. So I just put it to the side here. There we go. And we can jump into the cargo truck. Unstrap cargo. And let's go for a little drive. It'll definitely take a while. This one has, since it's rusty, the engine is quite smaller, so it has less torque. That being said, I am holding down the gas pedal on this one. So yeah, it'll take a while. I'll see you guys over there. Oh yeah, so I just managed to get my solid 8 hours of sleep. Now, that was a long drive, especially in, I would assume that it's the speedometer down there to the left, and it's not been going over 20, so now we don't where I live we don't use miles per hour, we used kilometers per hour, so I actually have no idea if 20 is fast or slow, though I would assume that it's fairly slow considering that this took a little while. Alright, so we need to dump this here. Exactly 5 steel beams. That is nice. Halfway through, we set a goal of aiming towards 10, which I don't think we'll get done with the mule. Though I do remember that there was a bunch of scrap steel up here, so it might be worth our time to simply go up there and just park this cargo truck. I think it was right up here to the left. Yeah. That's good. That's definitely good. So I'll park this here, turn off the engine. And then we should be able to bring all the steel beams after we brought the mule. So I wanted to show you guys the new vehicles, but for some reasons I'm unable to purchase them. I don't know. Normally if they get unlocked by a level or something, you'll still be able to see them in the shop here. But one of them is basically this one, but with a crane. And I don't know. I might play around with it. I did see a post on Reddit with another guy who was also having trouble getting the vehicle to show. I'll definitely show you guys once I got it fixed. But for now, I think what we need to do is get some more steel. Yeah, it would seem that we're a little bit back heavy, rear heavy, but at least this one is definitely driving faster. Should take us no time at all, unless of course we flip over. But then, you know, it is what it is. But I'll see you guys over there. So in case you guys are experiencing the same way, it's just about to tip over to one side. What you can do in order to save it is steer into it. Don't try to go the opposite direction. If you're about to tip left, you need to turn the wheel to the left, and then just whoa, that was scary. And then just push the gas. But yeah, let's get this delivered and see if we have reached the target that we need to. I don't think so. I think we'll be short by a small amount. Well, could definitely be smaller, but yeah. So we need 3 steel beams. Because I would like to load this up with 10 and just head back with it. So let me get that done, guys, and I'll see you the next time I need to unload. Alright, so I definitely learned that I need to practice a bit more with my crane control. Because for some reason it seems like the sensibility or sensitivity, not the sensibility, that is not quite registering the amount I'm putting into the joystick. So I need to tweak around with it a little bit. Still feels better to do on a controller, in my opinion. But you know, it could change. So I just filled up these 2 trucks again. So let's see how much we're getting. So let's unstrap this. And this, 16. Oh, that's quite nice. So when it comes to steel beams, it takes a little while, but it's fairly fast. So if you position it so that the wheel will hit the steel beam, then you should be able to... I actually think that... The anchors will touch the steel beam. Maybe I'll just move it. Let's see how it goes. So if I take this one and I just pull it out, will it let me? Yeah, there we go. So the first one takes a little time just to position the crane. You should probably do it so it's like, depending on how you want it. So I like it in the same direction as they're laying. And you need to position it so when you pull the cable, it will also pull in the beam, if that makes sense. So right now you see it's a bit further to the back, so I just pull it a little bit more, make sure that it's snug in the middle there. And I still have some room here to the left, because it'll be easier to fill it to the right. So we dumped it there, and then we basically just leave the crane as it is, and we should be able to simply just toggle a new one. There we go. And yeah, good example. Sometimes it gets stuck under here. You just do this, and then you hope it's not getting down there. If it does, you can just pull the crane forward. Maybe just a bit more. Then we pull it back again. Should probably be in and around the same. Yeah, I'll say that's fine. And then we select the next one. And yeah, sometimes they do get stuck. That's life. But for the most part, this is fairly quick, especially if you need to move quite a few of them. And also I'll show you another tip right after we got this one up. So right now you see when I need to cycle a new one, I'm cycling through all these. So what you can do is simply just strap the cargo, and then we go back into the crane control, and we should, but right now we're too far away, so we simply just toggle the anchors, drive closer. So I think this will be the last time we need to adjust the truck. We should be able to get them all, but we'll see. So I like to start from the nearest. That just makes it a little bit easier. Dump it down there. And there we go. You see, if you need to adjust the crane every time, this can easily take a while. But and that literally took me 5 minutes, if that even does it. So we unstrap, we strap the new ones. We got a cargo bed full of 16 steel beams. We fill the crane, release the anchors, and let's just hope we don't flip over. But whoa, it's definitely a little bit heavy. Don't think it'll be much of an issue. Hopefully. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we don't have a road. It's the other one over here. Here we go. Should we actually at some point maybe connect a road. Maybe over here. Can we? The question is, yeah, we can kind of get in here, but this one lays more up to it, so we could maybe just build a road here. Yeah, I actually think that'll be our next project, because not having, so for example now I need to go from the with steel beams all the way around. Where am I? Main power. So yeah, we need to go down here, down here. I'm literally lost on the map. Oh, here's the bridge. Oh, let's try this one more time. So we need to go with the steel beams down here, over the bridge, all the way back to the Highland base. I don't know if we'll get any other base. Oh, we'll get a base up here, but I don't think that'll be faster. Maybe with pipes, but not with beams. So yeah, I definitely think that we should connect a road here. Also, I need to put asphalt on this. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking why I missed this. But my main problem was there's a single stump there. I was simply just too lazy to bring the stump mulcher down here to do this, and I would actually have filled it all up with sand, so it's like a big intersection. Yeah, let's call it an intersection. So yeah, I might actually just build a road here. I also do think that since we have a power icon here, once we removed all the steel from here, then now that I think about it, why didn't we just bring the trucks that so we could get 2 objectives at once? Oh well. And then we have the construction depot up here where we can buy and sell resources. That'll come in handy later. But we need to connect power to this at some point. I'm getting a bit overwhelmed with the amount of stuff to do, so let's get the beams delivered, and then afterwards we can look at getting the steel area, the pipe facility, get that clear of debris. And then I probably assume that we need to connect power to the station afterwards, as we just talked about. But yeah, I'll deliver the pipes, not pipes, beams, and then we'll just see where the Lord takes us. All right, see you in a minute. So one thing that I've been wanting to talk with you guys about, so for example last episode, there was an issue with the in-game audio, and there's nothing I would love to do more than just jump back like 2 hours to a previous save and re-record it, but the only way that will be possible if I start a new game and work all the way through what we already done till the last point and then record again, because I don't know how to find previous saves, and from what I can see there's only one and it just keeps getting overwritten. So when I encounter a mistake, I just have to live with it or start all over, and that would seem like a big waste of time. We have 19 steel beams. That should be plenty enough. So some objectives we need to go in and You kidding me? I need to bring it there and not... One, two, three, four, five. This gives me flashbacks to an older episode where I forgot to unstrap all the cargo before going into the put all items in storage. But yeah, good thing I've just talked a lot about how easy this is, so no excuses to not do it. Let's try this one more time. So we drive these 5 beams in here. There we go. Alright, so the last objective we need to do is clear the working area inside the steel pipes. It would probably be a good idea to get that loaded up so we can dump it into the facility here afterwards, you know, just so we don't have to worry about that. Though I would love to have a larger cargo truck. The mule is kind of small. I know the what's it called? Veyron? This one. The Roron is a tiny bit bigger. But yeah, the mule might literally just be the best action to just drive up here, get it loaded up. I think we should be able to fit it into a single load, especially these 2 areas. It might be a problem if we start looking into these. Also, we need to pick up this. You know what? Let me just place a marker here. Can we actually do custom markers? There we go. Let's do yellow. Alright. And the other one was down here.
I've been going through the factory plans here, and it looks like we're in a bit of trouble. We'll need to replace some pipes and a central valve if we're gonna make more pipes. But there's a way to break that endless cycle. The factory's receipts show a shipment from before the disaster. It was delivered to a construction site not too far from you, and that shipment just happens to contain exactly what we need. Too good to be true, huh? Can you please check if it's still there?
So I'm actually a bit curious if this was even the truck, because it just looks like a yellow barrel. Oh, it is. It's right there. I just saw the marker there. I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, I was too busy thinking about that. I actually didn't hear what Kelly said. My bad. I think it was something about the steel pipe that we need to replace some pipes. But before we can do that, we need power, so we need a cable. Yeah, it's a longer process. But one I definitely think we can handle fairly quick if we work hard, and you know what? We always work hard, so I'll just park this over here so we can easily get it scrapped at one point. Hopefully this will get activated once we have power, because I would like to use the mule to deliver the pipes. I think the pipe might be this one, and this one we need to fix. So if I can have 3 pipes in the mule, that will definitely make it a lot easier. But let's have a look at the objectives. Find piping equipment in Coastville. Coastville, not Coastville. So since the mule here is out of commission and we need to get up here to find the piping equipment, I'm thinking that we simply bring this one, and then we can, because we need to bring the cargo truck and the mobile crane in case we need to lift something. So I'm thinking that we bring this one, and then we can simply just recall the vehicles to it. So I'll take a little drive here and see you up there.
Now that you have the pipes, you can use them to restore the water supply at the steel pipes facility. You'll also need some steel beams and a functioning power cable. Mix all the ingredients together, shake a bit, and voila! A functioning steel pipes facility. At least that's the recipe. Look, you're just making it harder on yourself by doing such a great job. Now they want you to blaze a route from the Highland base to the transit point. Your performance does make me look better, though. So, keep it up, and please, be careful.
Sure thing. So it looks like all the piping equipment is in here. But I think we ran out of time, guys. Not that I don't love hanging out with you, but we also need to leave some for next Thursday. So if I don't see you until then, have a nice time. And thank you so much for watching this. And may you have a wonderful week. Remember, like and subscribe. and I'll see you next week. Cheers.